Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is week 2 of social media marketing. I hope that you're feeling really good about the plan that you put together last week. This week, we're going to start kind of building on that. We're going to start thinking about other aspects that need to come in, other things that need to be considered as we start to move forward with our marketing plan. And this week, our focus is specifically going to be on competitive advantage. We're going to learn about what that is. We're going to think about what ours are and how we can use them in our marketing to attract more customers. And we are specifically going to be focusing on our niche. Now, let me just pause here and say, you may hear people call it niche. Both pronunciations of the word are correct, so don't get confused. I just grew up saying niche, so that is probably what you're going to hear me say. And your niche is just that very small segment of the population that you can reach, or the very specific service or product that you offer that is just unique to you, that they cannot get anywhere else. And it can be even something about your personality, but we need to start focusing on it, because niche is always important. It's important in every size business, but it is particularly important in small businesses, because if you have a small business, small businesses already have a little bit of a more difficult battle. They have higher competition levels. They have to compete often in very small markets with other small businesses and even large businesses. And so in order to be successful in that kind of competitive market, you need to be very clear about what it is that you offer that no one else can offer. Because here's the thing, if you don't know what's special and unique about you and your business, then there is no way you can convey that in your marketing. And so that's why it's very important that here on week 2, we take a minute to really focus on that, look at it, and discover what that is. Now, don't miss this week that you do have a quiz. You have a quiz over the information in the modules from weeks 1 and 2. Don't forget, I will say it over and over, read all the articles, watch all the videos. You will find that several of the quiz questions will come from the articles and the videos, and not just that typed out lesson in the modules. So be sure that you do that. Now, be reassured that with the exception of the midterm and the final, all of the quizzes in this course are open book, or I guess open tab, since it's an online course. I strongly suggest that when you sit down to do these quizzes, you open 2 tabs, open Canvas in both of them, pull the modules up in one and the quiz up in the other. That way you can go back and forth and make sure that you have the answers correct. If there's something you need to double check, you can go back and do that. Just, I caution you, be sure you do not accidentally close the quiz, because they will not let you reopen it once it's closed. I will be dropping the lowest quiz grade, but you should have a really good opportunity to make really, really good grades on these quizzes, because they are all open note. Now, I will tell you, go ahead and start preparing you, that if you know the answers to the quizzes, then you will know the answers to the quiz portions of the midterm and the final. So big hint there, and start focusing on that. The midterm and the final will be proctored, because we are required to have 2 proctored exams in every online course. So you're going to do the whole show your ID, show your workspace thing, and you will not be able to open another tab, because Respondus will not let you do that, and you will not be allowed to have notes. But if you've just looked back over the quizzes, you should breeze through that part of your midterm and your final. And that is not because I don't feel like the facts of marketing that we learn about in this course are not important. I very much do, but it is because the assignments in this course are a bit time consuming and they require a lot of thought, and that is where I want you to focus your mental energy in this course. I don't want social media marketing to be your whole life for 16 weeks, and so we're going to do a little less on the study and the quizzes and the exams, and a little more on the marketing assignments and the content creation. This assignment this week is going to work just like last week's. You download the document, answer the questions, save and rename it, last name, dot, name of the assignment, upload it in Canvas. Also, like last week, and next week, and next week, and next week, I strongly recommend that you pull up the assignment very early in the week and look over it, so that you can have those wheels turning as you go throughout the week and be thinking about how you want to fill this in. Because there are no right or wrong answers, but it's more of that what you do now is going to affect how well you can operate in this class in the future. So take your time, focus, and make sure that you're giving really good and sound answers to these questions. Now, I do want to point out, just because I feel like there may be several of you who will be moving on to take other business or marketing courses in the future, pay attention to SWOT. That is introduced this week. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. We just kind of touch on it here. We kind of big toe into it, but I can tell you that it shows up a lot in business courses. Business courses love that acronym, and you're going to hear it more and more and more as you move forward with your education. So just do yourself a favor. Don't just let that go in one ear and out the other. Really start thinking about that, taking hold of that concept so that you have less mental energy to expend in future courses. Okay, everybody, that's all I have for this week. As always, reach out if you have any questions. Good luck with this assignment, and I will see you in week 3.